Much criticism is being placed on the fact that the Republican Party should have done better, and frankly, much of this blame is correct. But the citizens of our country have not yet realized the full extent and gravity of the pain our nation is going through, and the total effect of the suffering is just starting to take hold. They don't quite feel it yet, but they will very soon. I have no doubt that by 2024, it will sadly be much worse, and they will see much more clearly what happened and what is happening to our country.
Well, the former president is in, the race is on, and 2024, as you heard, is underway. Let's bring in the panel, Fox News contributors Leslie Marshall and Jason Chaffetz. Leslie, sitting here with us in studio, I'll go to you first. I mean, are you surprised at all the president threw his hat in the ring, or no?
Not at all. I've said it since he lost, and he did lose, that he would run again. I mean, look, it's his personality. It's a narcissistic personality. He needs this. You know, I've said it before. He has to, feed the beast, and the crowds do that. The rallies do that. I also think he wants revenge on Joe Biden. I think he wants to run against the president, and I think he wants to win. And I believe, and I'm going to predict here, that if he does get the GOP nominee, if he is the Republican nominee, he will lose against Joe Biden again.
A lot of Republicans not really happy about this move. Jason, what do you think? Are you happy? Do you like it?
Well, the Donald Trump that was on display tonight is what I think all the Republicans like about Donald Trump. He's right on the policy when he gives this kind of sobering speech about where we've been, where we can be, and what the future of America looks like. It's very effective. Where Republicans maybe get off the rails is when he gets into some of this name calling and some of the high drama that I don't think anybody thinks is effective. But does tend to come out from time to time. If he, as Lindsey Graham said in your opening piece there, Trace, if he keeps that trajectory, I think he will get the nomination, and I do think he would be the next president of the United States.
You talk about the name calling. I want to put these numbers up on the screen. This is from a Texas GOP poll, and look who's at the top there. It is Ron DeSantis, 43%, the former president with 32%. And Ron DeSantis, of course, has been, he's been on the receiving end of those names, and he said this about that today. Listen.
When you're getting things done, yeah, you take incoming fire. That's just the nature of it. We focused on results and leadership. And, at the end of the day, I would just tell people to go check out the scoreboard from last Tuesday night.
I don't exactly, Jason, see the Republican Party actually uniting right now over this. Do you?
Not quite yet. I mean, I wish these elections start way too early. Couldn't we have waited till after the first of the year, for goodness sake? Let America just have a breath, for goodness sake. But they do start early. Look, it's going to be back and forth. We'll see whether or not Governor DeSantis, he's the most formidable challenger that there would be. I hear his name constantly from coast to coast. People really like Governor DeSantis. So, we got another year till we about figure that out. We could talk about this every night, Trace.
Yeah, in 2 years, 2 years in politics is an eternity. 1 month in politics is an eternity. 2 years, so many things could change. I want to move on, if I can, to, speaking of battles, the battle in the House. Is Kevin McCarthy going to be the next speaker? He got 188 votes. Andy Biggs got 31. It looks like he's on his path there, Leslie, but it seems like, somebody is gunning for that position.
Look, if the projections by a lot of predictors right now are accurate, and Republicans end up with just around 222 less seats than the majority of Democrats have right now, I think it's a much harder path for him to have the 218 votes that he needs. And honestly, as a Democrat, I'm getting my popcorn ready to sit back and watch this. The infighting. It's nice to see on the other side of the aisle for a change. My party's done enough of it, and I hope my party learns to unite from this. But I think it's going to be harder for him, and rightly so, because he didn't deliver the red wave that he promised.
I want to play. This is a soundbite from Leader McCarthy, and I'll get your final response, Jason.
I can't do anything by myself. It's the conference who decides what the conference rules are. And the interesting thing about the conference, everyone's going to have to give a little on both sides. But the number one thing I'm going to do as a leader is I'm going to listen to all voices in the conference, and we're going to do together what is best.
Is he going to be the speaker? What do you think, Jason? Last thoughts.
Well, he's the odds-on favorite, but the problem is getting to 218, and the smaller the margin, the more difficult it is. There are a lot of people, those 31 people and others, I think, recognize standing up and yelling out Leader McCarthy's name is very difficult for their constituents back home. And so this is yet to be seen. This is going to play out between now and January 3rd, but it's no certain thing. I'd like it if Republicans got to actually 218 before they had the vote on who they want their nominee to be. But assuming
with you on
that
almost
happens,
everything tonight, Jason. This is scary.
Well, listen, I got to say from the I just checked the things, and California is going to be very gracious to the Republican Party. It's going to happen. There are a couple of races here that are moving away from Democrats and toward Republicans in, of all places, California. So hang on. Jason Chaffetz, Leslie Marshall, thank you both for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.